What's up, guys? Today we're looking at the MjxR X300. This is sold by Proto-Z, and this is a FPV quadcopter to where it has a built-in camera that does both video and still pictures, and you can view it directly from your smartphone as it is flying. Now, there is a little bit of lag, which I'll kind of show here on the screen, so these are never good to fly solely FPV, but it does give you a good reference, and you can also play back just to kind of see what kind of shot that you get. Those shots you can also save to your phone and share them to your computer or whatnot. Now the camera on this is 0.3 megapixels. Now they don't specify on the video quality, but I'll show you an example of the video quality, and I'd say it's around 480. We do have the Wi-Fi distance on this, or the FPV distance on this, is up to 30 meters, so that's around 90 feet. But however, the quadcopter and the transmitter itself, you can fly it actually a little bit higher. We have it at 50 to 100 meters, so that's almost 300 feet, so that's pretty good there. Now this does fly both good inside and outside. The design of it allows it to just fly through the wind a little better than other quadcopters that might be a little bit lighter and the design kind of catches the wind. This one does a pretty good job. There are 3 different modes on this. There's a beginner, intermediate, and expert. And on expert, whenever you go full directional, it does a flip. And I don't really like this, just because if you want to fly more aggressively, every time you're going to hit that directional all the way in one direction, it's going to do a flip. In the box, we have the actual X300 quadcopter itself. We have a transmitter with the included phone mount. We have 2 batteries. These are 3.7 volts, 750 milliamp hours, and they'll give you about 8 to 10 minutes worth of fly time. Charge time for them is around 90 minutes. Also in the box, we have a charger and an extra set of blades, and they throw in a little screwdriver to remove the screw on the back of the transmitter, so you can put in 3 AA's. Now, you do have to provide your own 3 AA's, but besides that, you're good to go with everything else. Alright guys, so real quickly, let's just take a closer look at the quadcopter itself. You can see here on the top we have an on-off switch, which I find very convenient, because usually when you turn these on or plug in the battery, they say to have them on a flat surface, and if you've ever tried to go underneath and plug in a battery, it's not going to be flat. So it's just really convenient that you can just turn it on and you're good to go. You can see we have this protective shell type of thing around it. It is a little bit flimsy, but it definitely does the job. If this brushes up against a wall or a tree, the propellers are going to be protected. Down here on the bottom, the landing gear, these little rubber half balls or whatever, they work awesome. I mean, when this thing lands, it lands. You don't have to worry about it skidding around or anything like that, so it does a very good job staying in one place. Down here on the bottom, you see we have a built-in camera, so it just gives it a sleeker design, not having the camera hanging down from the bottom there. This is the video transmitter. This transmits signal to your phone when you're using it, so you can see the video as well as the pictures. And underneath here is where you'll find the battery compartment. And this does come with 2 different batteries, and they just slide out there, and there is some extra room in there, so you can tuck in the excess wire here and close this up very nicely. Now what I'll do is turn this on, and I'll go ahead and bring the transmitter in here, and I want to kind of show you some of the transmitting controls here. So to pair it first, I go up and down on the transmitter, and then I am paired. Now down here at the bottom of the transmitter, you see we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and we can click on that, and there's a little icon here that will show you. So you see we have beginner, intermediate, advanced. And in advanced mode, something that I kind of don't care for is that when you go all the way left or all the way right or all the way forward or back, it will do a flip. So you can't fly aggressively necessarily, because it's going to keep on doing flips. Anyway, below here we have a rudder adjustment. This can be set up for both right-handers and left-handers. We can invert these. As a matter of fact, whoops, a lot of problems that I see is that people actually flip these up or down, and what I did there was everything is inverted now.
So one, you'll have to go up and down on the right stick instead of the left stick, and so on. It just turns out to be, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off there. I didn't know if I confused it or not. But that's what you're doing there, is inverting the controls. Over here we have, this is kind of like a rate adjustment or a speed adjustment. You can tune it all the way down, or you can tune it all the way up and it will fly a little bit more aggressively. Now up here we do have a camera function button, and this button does a few different things. First off, if you're flying in the normal mode and hit it, the quadcopter will do a flip. But this also has headless mode. So when you hold down on this for 2 seconds, it will go into headless mode. And when it's in headless mode, it doesn't matter the orientation, whichever way it is. So say if it's backwards and crooked like this and you go forward on the sticks, it's still going to go forward, backwards, right, and left. Really nice for beginners. So also with this stick, when it's in headless mode, you can use this button over here, and that's return home mode. So if it's out and about, you're losing it or whatnot, you hit this button and the quadcopter will start coming back to you. Now that return home only works when the quadcopter is in headless mode. And to take the quadcopter out of headless mode, you hold this down again for 2 seconds, it will beep and indicate that it's out of headless mode. Now the only button that leaves left is this button over here, and like I said, that is a return home button, but that also will turn on and off the lights of the quadcopter. Let me see, I wasn't paired there. I'm gonna have to shut down real quick and just let me turn it on and pair it right away, so that way we're paired now. Now what that button does is it will turn off the lights, so if you want to conserve a little bit of battery power, you can do that by turning on and off the lights. All right, real quick, let's take a look at the application. It's called the MJX 4005, and you'll want to go ahead, turn on your transmitter, turn on your quadcopter, and make sure that the quadcopter is paired with the transmitter. And also on your phone, you want to go into your Wi-Fi settings and connect to the Wi-Fi of the quadcopter, and it might take about 30 seconds or so. We'll just wait here for it to pop up. So once it pops up, go ahead and click on that and then connect to it. You can go back into the app, and now we should be able to see what is on the screen here. So you can see it's pretty dark in here. Let me okay, there we go. You can see there is a little bit of lag on this, so it's pretty dark in here too. But also from the app, you can record. So if I wanted to record, I would just hit record. Always remember to stop recording. And also I can take a picture, and I can go and see videos and photos on here directly from the app. Actually, all the photos and videos store directly here on the app. So I can go in here and I can play it, and I can store it directly to my phone if I wanted to. And I'll let this play here just for a second. Now if I wanted to, right from the app, I can actually go to add to album and copy successful, and it will save to my photos. So also on the app, you can flip the orientation of the video by hitting that 180, and then it will just basically flip everything upside down. And also a really neat feature that I haven't tried out yet, but if you have a pair of 3D glasses where your phone sits in them, check this out. They got this 3D feature to where it basically turns it into 3D. So I definitely will be getting my goggles on. I got a set of just goggles that your phone goes in, and trying that out here in the future. But yeah, that basically sums up the app.
So there you go, the MjxR X300, sold by Proto-Z. Definitely a nice quadcopter for beginners, and really durable. I'll put a link in the description, but that's that. Thanks for watching.